Grace. What is grace? Well, grace is unmerited favor. Now, in order to receive grace, there must be faith. You can work your entire life without faith and get nowhere. Because faith without works is dead. There's a saying. Justice is when you get what you deserve. Mercy is when you don't get what you deserve. But grace is when you get what you don't deserve. But that's just it. You work your entire life without faith, but you expect grace. You say to yourself, well, I work really hard and I never get where I want. Well, everyone does. But what you want can never compare to what God can give. All you have to do is line up with the will of God. Steve Harvey once said, your goals and aspirations, set them, but leave space for thy will be done. Leave a space for the will of God. No one has traveled the road of success without ever crossing the street of failure. God never promised us an easy journey in life, but only safe arrival. So think about it. Grace. Think about it. Faith. Think about it. Think about your journey. Think about where you want to get, but also where you're at. Also where you've been. So now, after thinking about all of that, are you ready to take that stand? If you're tired of living that same life with no success, have faith. Make room for thy will be done, for the will of God, and you will have an abundance of grace like never before. Things will happen you've never thought could happen. Doors will begin to open. People will begin to come in your life that you thought didn't even exist. Money would flow in your pocket like never before. You would have an abundance of favor, an abundance of grace, an abundance of peace, an abundance of well-being, an abundance of life like never before. Now, it's only if you're willing. It's only if you're willing to accept the fact that you're not the best version of you can be. It's time to gain faith. It's time to gain that understanding that you haven't been the person you've needed to be. You need to be that person for yourself. for your family, for your job, for your community, for just the people in your midst. You need to be that person because God wants you to be that person. Because God has called you to be that person. And He's going to mold you and shape you into what He created you to be. So now it's time to stand up and be that person you've been called to be. It's not too late. It's not. Take the stand. Be the one out of a million. Do what is called for you to do. And after you do that, show somebody else that all it takes is to have faith. And then you gotta work hard, because faith without works is completely dead. So you're gonna work hard, you're gonna have faith, you're gonna work hard. You're gonna make room for God. You're gonna make room for the will of God. You're going to make room for Him to mold you and shape you into what He created you to be. And that is the best that you can possibly be. And after all of that, then you obtain that grace, that understanding. And when you do that, ask yourself, what is grace?